Hello everyone, I am Dr. Shweta, Professor from Management Department, Jagannath University, Jaipur. Today we will discuss facility layout or plant layout. Basically, the meaning of plant layout is arrangement of machineries, men and machines. So plant layout planning includes decisions regarding the physical allocation of the economic activity centers in a facility. An economic activity center is any entity occupying space. The objective of plant layout planning is a more effective workflow at the facility, allowing workers and equipments being more productive. As we all know, in the earlier presentation we discussed about the plant selection or the site selection. So after doing a site selection, after selecting the site, we have to decide the arrangement of machineries. Arrangement of machineries in such a order that we can use the optimum resources and we can effectively use that space and the work. Facility layout techniques apply to the case where several physical means have to be located in certain areas, either industrial process or services. To carry out an appropriate plant layout, it's important to take into account the business strategies and the tactical objectives. For example, space requirement in malls, schools and offices. Why there is a need to re-layout? The reasons for a re-layout are based on three types of changes: changes in production volumes, or changes in process and technology, or changes in the product. In such cases we need re-layout. Symptoms that allow us to detect the need for a re-layout means when you can see that there is so many congestion or mess at the workplace, or excessive stock of the products, or the long distance in the workflow or workstation with the idle time, and labor discomfort and accidents of labor or the mess while the working. Then facility layout. There are some definition of facility layout. A facility layout is an arrangement of everything needed for production of goods or delivery of services. A facility layout is an entity that facilitates the performance of any job. It may be machine tool, a work center, a manufacturing cell, a machine shop, a department or a warehouse. The layout design generally depends on the product variety and the production volumes. Four types of organizations are referred to, namely fixed product layout, process layout, product layout and cellular layout. We will study one more sort of layout, that is hybrid layout, that is a combination of product layout or process layout. Now, what are the objectives of plant layout? The main objective consists of organizing equipments and working areas in the most efficient way, and at the same time satisfactory and safe for the personnel doing the work. These main objectives are reached through the attainment of the following facts: elimination of unnecessary occupied areas, reduction of administrative and indirect work, improvement on control and supervision, better adjustment to changing conditions, better utilization of the workforce, reduction of material handling process, reduction of parts and quality risk, reduction on health risk, reduction on delays and manufacturing time. So these points should be kept in mind while arranging the facility layout. So our facility layout should be like that everyone can work easily and the functioning of the work should be smooth. Now we will discuss 5 types of layout. The first one is cellular manufacturing layout. In a cell layout, the transform resources entering the operation move into a cell in which all the transforming resources it requires is located. As we all know, as we all travel in the train, okay? So what we can see while traveling the train, that it is divided into different compartment according to the classes. Fine. We can see the sleeper coach is there. We can see the AC coach is there. AC coach is also designed according to the 2-tier and 3-tier AC. Fine. In long distance train, we can also see the pantry cars, fine, and the engines and the guard coaches. So there is a one big product named train, fine, and there are 5 types of arrangements on that particular product, fine. So we prepare and we design that those different compartments in different cells. For there is one dedicated cell for the sleeper coaches, there is one dedicated cell for the AC coaches, and there is one dedicated cell to design the engines and the guard coaches as well as for the pantry cars. So after being processed in the cell, the transformed resources may move into a different cell in the operation, or it may be finished product or service. So we can design the part of a different product in different cell, or after that the product can move to the end direction, or we can assemble those products on a particular layout or a cell. Each cell may be arranged either a process or product layout. The cell type layout attempts to bring order to the complex flow seen in a process layout. So this is one example of cellular manufacturing layout of a mall. So you can see, as we all know, as we all go to the malls for the shopping and for the purpose of recreational activities. So books and video cell is one cell which shows the books and videos. There is another section which shows the footwear. There is another section for the sports shop, menswear, women's clothes, perfumes and jewelry, confectionery and newspaper magazines, and the luggage and the gifts. Fine. So by this example, or by keeping in mind the picture of a mall, you can see, or a retail house, you can see that you can understand the better vision of the cellular manufacturing layout. So this is another example of cellular manufacturing layout of a product. For example, in cell 1, some parts are preparing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the directions of the movement of the product. So in cell 2, in cell 3 and cell 4. So what are the advantages? We will discuss all the types along with the advantages and disadvantages. Low work in process inventories, reduced material handling cost, shorter flow time in production, improved visual control, simplified production planning. What is the product line layout? We also say this layout as line layout or straight line layout. Under this, machines and equipments are placed in such a way that we can fed up all the raw material, we can put all the raw material into one section, and we can get all the finished good on another section. So under this, machines and equipments are arranged in one line depending upon the sequence of operations required for the product. The materials move from one workstation to another sequentially without any backtracking or deviation. Under this, machines are grouped in one sequence, therefore materials are fed into the first machine and finished goods travel automatically from machine to machine, the output of one machine becoming input of the next. For example, in a paper mill, bamboos are fed into one machine at end and paper comes out at another end. The raw material moves very fast from one workstation to another workstation. The grouping of machines should be done in keeping in mind to all the general principles like all the machine tools or either items of the equipment must be placed at the point demanded by the sequence of the operation. There should no points where one line crossed another line. All the operation including assembly, testing, packing must be included in the same line. So this is another example of product line layout. You can see that raw material is moving from this place, from the milling, then turning, then drilling, broaching, horning, and you can obtain the finished product at this end. There is another example of rusk manufacturing process. For example, as we all know, the toast and rusk in oven, in plant, there is one pre-mixing equipment, In that mixer, we put all the materials, all the grain, suji and the milk and the sugar and the essence. Then in that pre-mixing equipment, all the raw material got mixed. Then it is in the further, it will divide into different parts. Then it will go to the molder. Then after putting into the molders, after putting the paste into the molders, the proofing will be done. Then the first baking, then cooling, then slicing, then another second baking will be done for the toast, and cooling and packing. So this is the product line example of the toast manufacturing, or you can say the rusk manufacturing. There is one another example of Parle-G biscuits. The first material will go into the Stephan mixer, then molder, then oven. With using the curve plates, it will go to the cooling conveyor, then it will come to the staking table, then sealing machines, then the box stepping, and through moving with the conveyor belts, it will go to the dispatch section. So what are the advantages of product layout? Low cost of material handling. As we know, the material will go at one end and it will come from the another end. So low supervision, it requires the low supervision. Low cost of material handling due to the straight line layout. Smooth and uninterrupted operation. Continuous flow of work. Lesser investment. Optimum use of floor space. Shorter processing time. Long congestion of work in the process. Simple and effective inspection of work. Lower cost of manufacturing. Then disadvantages of product layout. High initial capital investment in special purpose machines. Heavy overhead charges. If the machine will break down, then all the work will hamper. Lesser flexibility and specified laid out for the particular product. Next is process layout or functional layout. As we discussed earlier, the job shop manufacturing, the job shop type of product means the functional layout. This is a layout where we can go or we can process same sort of function for a product. Fine. For example, if we are performing drilling operation, then all the drilling machines will be there from the smaller size to the larger size. Fine. If somebody requires a small hole, small drill is required, a larger drill is required, the more depth drill is required. Fine. So all the drilling operation will be performed under that drilling section. In this type of layout, machine of a similar types of machines are arranged together at one place. For example, machines performing drilling operations are arranged in drilling departments. Machines performing casting operations are arranged in the casting department. Therefore, the machines are installed in the plant which follow the process layout. The work which has to be done is allocated to the machine according to loading schedules with the objective of ensuring that machine is fully loaded. The grouping of machine according to the process has to be done keeping in mind the following principles. The distance between departments should be as shorter as possible. The department should be in sequence of the operation. As we know, there is a sequence, as we discussed in the product layout, that there is a sequence. So we can arrange the process layout in such a manner that the sequence should be one after another. The arrangement should be convenient for inspection and supervision. So this is an example of process layout. As you can see in this picture, that all the painting machines will be dedicated to that painting department. In assembly department, all the required product will be assembled. In machine shop department, there will be machine shops, receiving department, shipping department, and the testing department. There is another example of process layout. All the in shearing section you can see all the shear machines. In milling section you can see all the mill machines. All the drill machines are placed into the drilling section, as well as same for the packing section. Lower initial capital investment in machines and equipments are the characteristics of the process layout. There is a high degree of machine utilization, as a machine is not blocked for a single product. The overhead costs are relatively low in the process layout. Change in output design and volume can be more easily adapted to output of the variety of products. Breakdown of one machine does not hamper the work. Supervision can be more easy, and there is a greater flexibility of scope for expansion. Now there are some disadvantages of process layout. Material handling costs are high due to the backtracking. More skilled labor is required, resulting in higher cost. Specialized labor is required for the special works. Time gap or lag in production is higher. Work in progress inventory is high, needing greater storage space, and more frequent inspection is needed, which results in costly supervision. Now we will talk about the fixed position layout. As we all know about the roads, bridges, overbridges, aircraft, shipping. Fine. So these all are the fixed type of layouts. These all are the example of fixed type of layout, because man, machine, material have to go to that place to make those fixed layouts. Fine. We can't prepare a road in a manufacturing unit and we can't go and put the road into that required location. Fine. So in this type of layout, the major product being produced is fixed at one location. Equipment, labor and components are moved to that location. All facilities are brought and arranged around one work center. This type of layout is not relevant for a small scale entrepreneur. For example, shipbuilding. So this is example of fixed position layout. So you can see that all the suppliers, human resources, material resources, energies and the required resources are going to that particular site is on a project site. You can see the assembly of aircraft. The workstation will always be nearby that area, and they will assemble. They will finally they will assemble all the parts into that product. So what are the advantages of fixed position layout? It saves times and cost involved on the movement of work from one workstation to another. The layout is flexible as change in job design and operation sequence. It is more economical when several orders in different stages of progress are being executed simultaneously. Adjustment can be made to meet shortage of materials or absence of workers by changing the sequence of operations. Few disadvantages are there of fixed position layout. Production period is very long. Capital investment required is very heavy. Very large space is required for storage of material and equipment near the product. As several operations are often carried out simultaneously, there is possibility of confusion and conflict among the work groups. At last but not least, we will discuss combined or hybrid type of layout. Combined layout or hybrid layout is a mixture of product layout or process layout. As we all know that product layout is what? Arrangement of machineries in such a manner that raw material will go to the one section and the finished good, we will obtain the finished good from the another section. So we have to arrange such type of lines, such type of assembly lines that we can see all the mixtures from the horizontal side, and from the horizontal side we can see the product line layout, and from the vertical side we can see the process layouts. When the demand of product is very high and the type of organization is such a big, so we can use the mixed or hybrid type of layout. In most of industries, only a product layout or process layout or fixed layout does not exist. Thus, in manufacturing concerns where several products are produced in repeated numbers, when the demand is really high, generally a combination of the product or process layout is found in place. For industries involving the fabrication of parts and assembly fabrication trends to employ the process layout, while the assembly areas often employ the product layout. In soap manufacturing, in glycerin manufacturing, in water treatment plant, in colding industries, or in as we discussed earlier, we discussed the example of rusk manufacturing or the manufacturing of Parle-G biscuits. All these companies are following the combined type of layout. Fine. So this was all about the This is the example of combined or hybrid layout for gearing, for the gear manufacturing. So you can see these pictures. As you can see that if you will see the vertical side, you can see the process layout. If you see from the horizontal side, you can see the product layout. So this was all about the types of layout required for the type of production for the different products. Fine. Some product required product layout, some required the process layout, some products required the cellular manufacturing layout, and some required the some organization required the hybrid layout. Fine. So this is from my side. Thank you very much. Sumit.